Good evening, welcome back to the channel. I've not done a video for maybe over a week now, or maybe even longer. Just been so busy. So we've just come out, just actually been putting air filters in to the fish tank because we've just ordered a load of new fish online and been looking at a load of stuff online, which has shocked me really. And I thought I need to do a video, see what people think about this, what's in my head. My head runs away with me, and probably like yourself, all this stuff just comes into your head and you think, oh my god, yeah. So just sat watching stuff on YouTube, watching different bits on YouTube, and then going online, ordering stuff. Just ordered this gym stuff. Really good quality. So it's like all strength training and stuff like that. Bars, just really good stuff. I'll put it in a video actually when I get a chance. What's she eating? Oi, what are you eating? No, what are you doing? Leave. Something dead probably. What is it? It's not even... stop it. No. Go on. No. Come on. So, like, I don't know if you're like me, and I get something in my head and I think, oh yeah, I remember that. Now I'm going back to the old days. Now the old days where... I don't know if you remember them, the skateboards, and I thought they were from the 90s, and when I put them into eBay, and I'll put some pictures up, the skateboards from the 80s, the shape of them, the look of them, everything about them. So, just having a chat with lad, I see him at walk all the time. He's a nice lad, to be fair. He's got a right old dog. Nice lad. Right, where was me? The 80s. I thought they were from the 90s. Now, being 48, and as my missus likes to tell me, I'm about 18 months off 50. Now, when I became 40, it didn't affect me, to be fair. A lot of people say 40, you hit 40 and you start going downhill, or you start getting depressed because you're at 40. Now I say this to my best mate all the time. Now I'll come back to the 80s, 90s bit. We say this all the time. Now we've both lost our dads, and I was a big part of his dad's life, and he was a big part of my dad's life. My dad liked him and his dad liked me, and I did a lot of activities with him and his dad and his mum. And his mum's still here. And Owen, big guy, and then lost a lot of weight. He had a few health issues, recovered from them, and then sadly passed away. Now, when you start talking about it, and you go, oh yeah, my dad's been gone 5 years, and you think, holy shit, 5 years. Now, we are actually older, me and him are actually older than his dad. When we used to knock around outside his house, he lived opposite a primary school, and we used to, after school kicked out and shut and everything, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, we used to go into the grounds and go play football and stuff like that. Go smoke fags, and a few lads used to go smoke weed. We'd smoke fags, mess about on our motorbikes on the grass, get chased by security. But we're actually older than what they are now, what they were at the time, if you get what I mean. And I remember going to his dad's 40th, and it feels like 5 minutes ago. Now, when we sort of are on the phone, we talk to each other every sort of other day, depending on how busy he is with his work, because he's like he's not the boss, but he's like second in charge. He's the manager of a well-known car specialist dealership. Got to go by appointment. These cars cost anywhere between 100,000 to £500,000, and he runs that site. A lot of pressure on him. So we've been mates since we were at school, a lot of years, and we sort of talk about what we used to get up to when we was younger, and if I could go back to them times. You remember when we used to go out? Now, me and him used to go out, and I wasn't a big drinker. Now, you're going to say I was a big drinker, but we could go out. But I didn't drink a lot. I didn't need a lot of drink. I couldn't handle a lot of drink. But we could go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, out on the piss and go get drunk. But we didn't really get drunk. Oh, yeah, we did sometimes, but not all the time. We'd get tipsy, drink stupid drinks till we got sort of drunk, then sort of stopped. And then we'd just party the night away. We didn't ever do drugs. We weren't into drugs or anything like that. Just pure alcohol and fags. And we sort of reminisce back to each other. Ah, do you remember this night? Do you remember... I think it was the Christmas of 2000 and New Year, and you could buy a ticket and get into 2 clubs. So you could go to one, which was Toffs, and you could buy a ticket and go into the gallery round the corner in the same night off this one ticket. And I think you could do it Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. And then were the days when there was a bar called Merlin's and one called Macmillan's. Everyone went, everybody knew each other. Town was amazing. Not many people came from like Leeds or anywhere like that. It was just local people and tourists. So them days were brilliant. People of now don't actually understand what town was like. The old side of town was never, you never went to the old side of town, because there was nothing that side. Now it's full of wine bars and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, reminiscing, let's call this. So we do that. So I was sat, just looking online as I do, flicking through YouTube, checking my channel, searching different stuff. I'm always searching. Me and my missus search everything. And we do, my missus searches everything to sell. Anything that she can buy and sell for a profit, she will. And that's our main business. That's what we do. So, oh, that's not what we do now anyway, after finishing working for other people. So, she does that all the time, searching, and I look on Vinted and forever buying different selfie sticks to hold. I'm just on a little mini one now. Cameras to buy, different style cameras, different style microphones, and I just collect it all. Just going through and looking at what just going through, let's say, BMXs, the rally BMX. Now, if you're born in the 70s, probably 70s and 80s, you'll remember the rally, the BMX rally, the first ever BMX rally that you remember. Now, the first BMX rally, I think, was normally silver, and there were spokes, and you could put mag wheels on it. I think I had white ones. Then I got like a mint colour BMX with white mags on it, and the seat went up and then bent back a bit. And then the handlebars, you could spin 360, you had pegs on it and stuff like that. Now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh my God. Now I'll put I'm sure I've saved the picture and I'll try and put the pictures up on there of a couple of BMXs. And the price of them now, I think one was £1,026 and something, 70 pence. Now I had about 3 of these bikes. So I'd have 3.5, 4 grand in BMXs. I'm just absolutely gobsmacked. So I thought, I was watching something. I was watching a car boot. A guy on car boot, Ricky Sellers or Sellers or something. He's a car booter. Great guy. Absolutely mint guy. Goes around car boots and then he buys it, sells it on Vinted, eBay and all them sort of sites. Very similar to what we do, but we just don't do the car boots. And as he was walking past, there was a skateboard and I thought it was from the 90s. So I put the 90s in. Didn't come up, it was just the oval shaped skateboards, the modern ones. So I put the 80s in and it popped up. Now if you remember, the 80s one, they had the plastic bubble on the back, it had the protecting bit for the back wheel nut, the wheels were mental, and the shape of the board, and right on the front it had like a plastic bit that went round the front. And I showed the missus and I said, do you remember these? And on the bottom side of it, it always had like a picture of something, like graffiti type thing. And it sort of brought some memories back. Now some of these skateboards are going for £200, £300, £400, and some of them are knackered. Some of them are in really good nick. One guy was selling on eBay 10 of these boards with no wheels, no rear stop, no protection, just the board alone with the print on the underbit of like a man spray canning something. And he wanted £1,026 for them, 10 of them. And we must have had in our shed 6 or 7 of them, 8, maybe 10 of them, all different colours with like the grip stuff on top. And when I start to think and memories and look back at my childhood, my teenage years, my early adult years, and I just think, oh my God, how much time has changed from now. This is going back a lot of years. One Christmas when we got a computer, computer desk, and it was an Amstrad CPC 464. Google them. They're not mega money now, or not mega money, but back in the day they'll have been 200, 300, 400 quid. You could get a green screen or a coloured screen. I think we got the coloured one and you paid like an extra £100. Amstrad CPC 464, I'll never forget it. Tape deck on the actual keyboard, and you put it in and you loaded one side, and when that finished you flipped it over and you loaded the other side, and then you could play the games. And it took about 17 hours to load one tape. Leave in the comments if you had one of them CPC 464s, Amstrads, or you know of them, or you know somebody had one. And if you remember that sort of gaming system, joystick, plug-in, none of this hands-free, Bluetooth. We didn't have any of that. Didn't have none of that. Looking at the old Game Boys and how technology's gone from now to back then, but how much fun we had back then with the technology that we had at the time in the 80s and the 90s. And also just looking online, Vinted and stuff, at mobile phones, old Nokias, showing each other, me and the wife showing each other what phones we had, Sony Ericssons and Nokia 3310s and 3210s or whatever they were, and different phones, Motorola and all that sort of stuff. And it's sort of, I can sit and just like look and just think, oh my God, take me back to them days. take me back to when we used to have nothing. We had nothing really. A little game thing, it was a car and it was just a track that you followed and it had a little stick and it was about that big. It was nothing, you know, it was tiny. Star Wars, army stuff, all that stuff, and it sort of brings memories back. Now don't get me wrong, when you look at what we had back then, the shape of cars and different motorbikes, FZ50s, Vision 50, I used to have a TS50, all the stuff that we had back then, you look at it now and it just looks ancient, but it kind of sort of makes me sad that them times have gone as well and all that stuff is sort of disappeared. We don't have it anymore, it's not around anymore, it's very hard to get older. But it blows my mind that things from 30, 35 years ago, how much they cost now is just phenomenal. My dad used to have a Sierra Sapphire. They're going for 30 grand on eBay. I don't even think he paid any more than 5 grand for it when it was brand new on a K plate. That's how mad it is. And that sort of makes me a bit sad, to be fair, that all them times have gone, them days aren't around anymore. It's hard, and I don't know if you sometimes think the same, you know, have the good times gone? I know we've got better times now and we've got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, internet. You look online and what you can get now is phenomenal. They have iPads. But it sort of does sort of play on your mind that times are going forward, but it's so hard. You know, and it does play on my mind. 48, my wife's right, for 18 months time I'm going to be 50 or thereabouts. Never ever thought I'd reach that age, but it's nice to look at the stuff that we used to have and reminisce and stuff, but at the same time it does make you a little bit sort of sad and stuff. Like the dark nights that are starting to creep in. What are we now? 8:15. Well, we're not doing too bad, but it's the best part of the day over in North Yorkshire on the east coast, Scarborough that way. Sort of the seafront will be over sort of that way. But yeah, this is what we've got. So yeah, just whatever area you're from, if you remember that, the Commodore, was it the Commodore, the Sega Mega Drive, all that sort of stuff, leave a comment what you had and what you think, you know, was the 80s, the late 70s, the 80s, the 90s. They were the years, I think. They were the best years. I'm glad I was born in 78 because I had some of the best times ever and what we used to have, and it's just nice to sort of look online. Like I said, videos are just going to be random, and this was just a random one, just looking online and what I could see and stuff like that. And yeah, right, I'm going to go back, sort my fish out, and I think we're going to have a couple of hours or an hour in hot tub and open a bottle of Bucks Fizz and have a chill out. And she can go back and see her own mum. Can't you, French? So it's good night from her. It's good night from me. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend and we'll see you on the next one.